Hi friends, welcome back to the channel. Today I wanted to share an article that I came across as part of my day job where it is looking at AI responses to medical issues and comparing to responses from doctors. So quite an interesting study. I will link up this abstract that we're looking at below the video. You'll probably need to belong to a university or a library that has database access to be able to get the full article. I've had a look at it. I'm not going to share it on screen because of copyright, but I think the abstract is pretty detailed, quite interesting. And so what it finds on the surface is that a chatbot driven by AI was not only able to give better quality responses than the doctors to a range of different medical questions, but it also acted with more empathy as well. And so that's really, really interesting. When we dive a little bit deeper, the methodology perhaps a little bit disappointing. It takes a bit away from that message. So we have a bit of a scroll down here, and we can see that they had 195 patient questions. But one of the big things here is that they were basically just pulling things out of Reddit. So this was not real doctor-patient interactions. This was something on Reddit instead. So in the Ask Doc subreddit. And they took the responses of people who had been identified as doctors. They then got the AI chatbot to produce a second response. They put these in front of some expert medical reviewers and said which of these answers is better, both in terms of quality and in terms of empathy. And so we scroll down, we can see the stats there. At another time, I might do another video talking about, for those of you that aren't familiar with statistics, what these figures really mean. Generally, though, if we see a p less than 0.001, the p is what's called a p-value in statistics. That's telling me that there's a statistically significant difference in whatever comparison is getting made. And so here we can see there is statistically significant comparisons in terms of both quality and further down empathy. Thinking about this and thinking about how I go about using Reddit, I think that the methodology is really the thing that is a standout here. Someone who is answering questions on Reddit, yes, they're a doctor, but they aren't doing this for pay. They're just doing this out of their goodness of their heart, perhaps because they quite like getting karma on Reddit. And so I think that is plays a big part here. It'll be really interesting to do studies like this, but in an actual clinical setting instead. I think that could be quite hard because if you actually had the doctor in front of you, you could see them in front of you. Possibly some sort of remote or Zoom or telehealth type situation could help to mask that. And we could see whether there is still this difference here. Certainly there could also be a generational difference in terms of the type of people that might enjoy these responses. If there's something sensitive they want to talk about, maybe they're more comfortable with some sort of chatbot or AI response rather than dealing with a person. So I think it's a really exciting area. The fact that we now have AI that is useful and strong enough, powerful enough that can actually generate good quality responses is something that is really, really exciting. And this is an area where I've been doing some research in my day job in addition to what I do here on YouTube. I will definitely be sharing more as I read more and come across more interesting studies. Hope you've enjoyed this quick look at this article. As always, like and subscribe, and I will be back soon with more videos on R, stats, AI, research, and random stuff.